For this video, I'm going to be taking you on a full tour and give you my bottom line review of Disney Springs, located in Orlando, Florida. This place really brings back great memories for me. As someone who basically grew up around Walt Disney World, I've been to Disney Springs, as it's now called, as well as all its previous incarnations, whether it was called Downtown Disney or Lake Buena Vista or the Walt Disney World Shopping Village. I remember the days when Pleasure Island, which was a big entertainment district of nightclubs, existed. And that closed down probably about 15 years ago. Out of all the facilities on Disney property, this is probably the one that has evolved and changed the most since the 1970s. So what exactly is Disney Springs at the moment? It's kind of a hybrid. There's a lot of high-end shopping and restaurants. They've got a lot of fun little attractions like the AMC Theater. They've got a hot air balloon ride, and probably the most popular and favorite attraction here are the water taxis. They have these vintage classic cars that are amphibious, and they take people on these cool little cruises around Lake Buena Vista. There are also some water taxis that can take you to some of the Disney resorts, like I believe Saratoga Springs is one of them, and they also have bus transportation to quite a few of the Disney resorts. I know the Contemporary Resort has bus transportation to and from Disney Springs. I noticed that when I was talking to a couple people about Disney Springs that there's a little confusion. A lot of people think the Skyliner, which is the cable car system that is used for transportation between Epcot and Hollywood Studios, a lot of people thought there was a station here at Disney Springs, but there isn't. So if you're trying to get on the cable cars to go to Disney Springs, you're going to find out quickly that it doesn't go down here. So if you're trying to use transportation to get here from the Disney parks, again, it's basically at the moment going to be the buses. The buses are really the only way to get here. Now, they are building a train station here that's going to eventually connect to the Brightline. So if you're staying at like downtown Orlando and you're going to be on the Brightline line, or you need transportation from International Airport to Disney World, well, the Brightline is going to have a train station that is going to be built here. So that is a pretty cool prospect for the near future. So let's talk about some of the shopping highlights that I found here at Disney Springs. I definitely love the Lego store. The World of Disney is like a must-see for any kind of Disney fan of, their clothing or stuffed animals, those type of things. I mean, I love shopping at the Coca-Cola store, but, that's because I love drinking the stuff, although I'm more of a Pepsi drinker, but Coca-Cola is still pretty cool, too. They've got the Rainforest Cafe, which is pretty neat. You'll see later in the video I'm showing the eruption of their little mountain volcano thing, and that's where all the flames are coming from, and it erupts once an hour, so it's pretty neat to see when that puppy blows. That is all the way on the north side of the shopping district. And then they've got a lot of they also have high-end shopping boutiques for the ladies. Stores like Vera Bradley and Kate Spade and Zara. But let's face it, I'm mostly a person that thinks with my stomach, and there's some really, really great upscale restaurants here. Like, my favorite is probably the Cooks of Dublin, and that's obviously traditional Irish cuisine, lots of fish and chips, those type of things. But you can get a really amazing burger at Deluxe Burger. Obviously, they have the standard franchise stuff like Earl of Sandwich, those type of things. One of my favorite ones is the Garibaldi soda fountain. because they have all kinds of really custom concoctions when it comes to desserts and those type of things. I'm not a big fan of their food, but Planet Hollywood is kind of a museum of movie memorabilia, so I kind of go there for the atmosphere. Wasn't a real big fan of their food, but some people might like it. I don't know. Another really awesome place to eat is Raglan Road. Again, I'm looking at the Irish pub type of restaurants. I guess I'm kind of biased towards that stuff, but it's so delicious and not the healthiest thing you can eat, but whatever. I'm trying to think of what other ones are really good. The Terralina Crafted Italian restaurant was dynamite. I have eaten there a couple times and really always impressed with that one. And one last restaurant to mention, they do have a Wolfgang Puck's here, and the food is really amazing. Obviously, it's pretty expensive, but every now and then, if you want to indulge yourself, there's a reason why he's such a legendary chef, and he had his own TV show and everything, and yeah, the food is great if you can afford it. So what's my bottom line for Disney Springs? Well, there are several other entertainment districts in Orlando to choose from, but Disney Springs is the largest. This place is 120 acres. A lot of people have mentioned to me, City Walk is pretty good, and so is Old Town, and even there are people who even like Icon Park. One of the things that you have to remember is Disney Springs is really large. It's about the size of Magic Kingdom. 120 acres is big. So if you don't like walking around, then this place is probably not going to appeal to you. And that's probably the advantage that City Walk has over this place is City Walk has a much smaller footprint, so everything's much closer together. But it's very limited because, again, Universal Studios doesn't have the land that Disney does, and that's why this place is so big and just huge. I mean, there's a lot of options here, but that's also the disadvantage, being everything's so spread out. But overall, I highly recommend Disney Springs, and now that you've watched this video, you have a pretty good idea of what you're going to get when you go there. Thanks for watching this episode of The Adventure Schmuck. If you enjoyed today's video, don't forget to like and subscribe. See everyone next week.